Hello and welcome. This is Angela DiCarlo, and I'm excited to be here with Product Mentor. Please feel free to post any questions you have in the chat box, and we'll be getting back to you. But let's get started. Mike Corradini is the CEO and founder of Product Mentor. He has helped launch over 250 startups, so he teaches based on experience, not theory. Hi, Mike. Welcome.
Angela, how are you doing?
Amazing, amazing.
Well, I'm excited to be here today. This is a very, very important topic. We are in uncharted territory right now. The world is different than we've ever seen it before. And so today we're going to talk about how you can make a fortune in these uncertain times. And the thing is, this environment right now is causing a lot of people to become more conservative than ever in respect of starting a business or launching a new product or app. And I understand why, right? I totally get it. There's a lot of fear out there and there's a lot of things going on. And so being that this is such an unusual time that we're in, I really want people to pay attention, and I really want people to understand that you're not the only one feeling the way that you're feeling right now. Even myself in my own business, have had to reevaluate my thoughts and my beliefs and really get a hold of how to take advantage of this current environment.
Absolutely. Now, what are the biggest stresses that you've been hearing from people recently?
So the biggest stress that I'm hearing right now is fear. But it's not the type of fear that I've heard for years about when people want to start a business. This is a new type of fear, Angela, because of the times that we're in. And because of that, again, the uncertainty that COVID is providing, some people are just freezing altogether. Some people are putting off starting that business that they would have otherwise started. And so I don't know if this is true or not, but in Chinese, the word for crisis is actually synonymous with opportunity. And what that means to me is really it's a matter of your perspective, right? Are you interpreting the current environment is a reason to not do anything? Or is your perspective such that it's the exact reason you should be doing something? Me personally, I've never seen so many opportunities in my entire life. And for me, it's really a matter of I don't have enough time to pursue all of them. And that's why, again, Product Mentor is constantly looking for the right people to joint venture with because we need the right people out there to bring ideas to life and to market.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say to someone that's unsure about their job right now?
So, yeah, I hear this every single day. Mike, I don't know if I'm going to have a job next year, or maybe my spouse lost their job or my friend lost their job. And so what I would suggest to them is to look at this as an opportunity. And what I mean by that is having a job is actually much riskier than having a business. And the reason I say that is because at a job, your boss can let you go at any time. But it's very unlikely that you're going to fire yourself, right, if you have a business. And I don't say this to be insensitive to what people are going through. But the thing is, if your employer is telling you right now that there may possibly be layoffs next year, well, look at it this way. Right? This is an opportunity for you to take things into your own hands. The reason that most people don't start a business is because they're too comfortable in their job. And so right now, you should be thinking about how you can get a jump start on the situation, right? Don't wait until you've lost your job. The time to start is now. The time to position yourself where you only have to rely on yourself is now. You shouldn't wait. And the thing is, you can't let money be an excuse either. We discussed a couple weeks ago, Angela, on our other video, the 7 different ways that you can raise capital for your business. And so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Don't let money be an excuse. And again, don't let the uncertainty of your job be an excuse. Let that be the reason that you go start your business now, today.
Absolutely. Now, I've been hearing the term pivot a lot lately. What do you feel that means in this environment, the word pivot?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is it's a lot easier to pivot a product or an app than it is to pivot a person, right? And what this essentially means is, do you believe in your heart of hearts that you can reinvent yourself, right? Whether you think you can or not, folks, you're always right, right? That's a rendition of Henry Ford's quote, right? Whether you think you can or not, you're always right. And think about that. If you believe that the skill or the job that you've been doing the last 5 or 10 or 20 years is all that you know how to do, and you're kind of compartmentalizing yourself in a box, then that's a limiting way of thinking about yourself. However, if you believe that you can do or you can be anything, right? If you have that belief system, that's the first step. And the second step is getting the right support system to help you actually become what you were probably always meant to be.
Absolutely. Entrepreneurships have to, you have to be strong and survive if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, I found. Now, with the market different and sales down across many industries, how would you help entrepreneurs sell or launch their products today?
So yeah, the market has definitely changed, right? The elephant in the room, we get it, but not much has changed here. And what I mean by that is you can eliminate almost all of the risk in launching your new product or app simply by doing what I've always taught, which is pre-orders. And for those of you that haven't seen these concepts before, again, you look at like Apple, they just launched their iPhone 12 and they did it with pre-orders. You look at Tesla, another gigantic company, although you can use the exact same principle. When they launched their Cybertruck, when they launched their Model 3, it was with pre-orders, right? They pre-sold the car before they ever manufactured it to remove almost all of the risk. And this principle is the same thing that you want to do with your new product and app. Because when you do it this way, you're not only validating that there's a demand, right? But you're doing it in a way where maybe you don't need to leave your job yet, right? Maybe you don't need to go 100% in until you find that product market fit that we always talk about. And by doing it this way, you're actually letting your customer finance the production of your physical product or the development of your app. And that's pretty cool, to let your customers actually pay for that and to remove your risk at the same time. So again, the concepts that we've been teaching haven't changed at all, even though we're in this pandemic. The very fabric of our society is changing with COVID, but the same principles apply and they will continue to apply. Looks like Angela got muted over there.
Sorry about that.
Okay, it happens.
I'm super excited. That's great. It's great about the pre-funding your products and getting ready for your launch. It's kind of like reverse engineering your product, where you're setting a destination on the map so you know how much product you need to sell to actually get it to market and get it running. The GPS can't tell you where to go if you don't have a destination.
Yeah, and reverse engineering is a great point. That's essentially what pre-orders allow you to do. And so what a lot of new entrepreneurs or even existing entrepreneurs tend to do is they overcomplicate things, right? They make it harder than it needs to be. And it really isn't that difficult if you know what you're doing, if you have a framework that you're following. And again, pre-orders is at the very center, the very nucleus of the strategy that we train, that we teach, that we show people and actually do with people every day. And so when you have pre-orders in hand, you can then go out there, take those pre-orders and get that licensing deal that you've always wanted, right? A royalty agreement, or you can launch the product or app yourself. And this is going to depend on the type of lifestyle that you want, right? Do you want something more passive like a licensing deal, or do you want to play a more active role and actually have a business? Regardless, though, of what you're looking for and what you're after personally, it all starts with pre-orders, right? That is the beginning of your success, of your journey, of where you want to get in life, the legacy that you want to leave. It all has to start with pre-orders. And so you're going to hear me preach it again and again, and that's exactly what we show you how to do.
Absolutely. Pre-orders definitely helps. And knowing where you want to go as an entrepreneur and what you want to do, those are very good points. Because if you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you get there? Any final thoughts, Mike, before we wrap this up?
Yeah, turn off the TV, right? There is so much negativity that the media is spewing right now. It is so easy to just get caught up in it and to let it permeate your belief system, right? Your beliefs, and also your goals and your dreams. If you're focused on all that negative energy out there, it's going to be very difficult for you to take control of your life and to go out there and to give the world your brainchild, whatever it is that you've been thinking about, but just haven't had the courage or really haven't had the system or the framework to go out and execute on. And so you owe it to yourself and your family to take a shot. As Wayne Gretzky has said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And so look at this crazy environment that we're in right now as an omen in disguise. And again, we talked about your job insecurity being an omen in disguise, right? Don't let that paralyze you. Let that be a reason to set something up for yourself now. Take control of your life. Investing in yourself is the very best investment that you could ever make. And if you're not willing to bet on yourself, then you're going to have to settle for ordinary, because you're going to be at the whim of your company or your boss, and that's not where you want to be, right? You have to take control. You have to step up, even though this is a crazy time that we live in. Again, I'm acknowledging the elephant, but I'm saying that you need to overcome that elephant, and you need to be bigger than that elephant. And the only way to do it is to not play a victim and to take control now.
That is so great, Mike. You were right on. It's about stepping into your authenticity, not relying only on your job, pivoting when you need to pivot, getting the pre-orders, validating your product, and getting a great mentor to help you along the way so you're not reinventing the wheel, and turning off the TV, which can be challenging, but it definitely, for me, I turned it off for an entire week and I had such a less stressful week, and even Facebook for a week. Sometimes you just got to tune out and focus in on your business and your own success.
I was going to say social media too, but then Angela, people wouldn't be able to hear the value that we provided today. So that's kind of a double standard, and we'll leave that as it is. But I guess in closing, I love serving entrepreneurs more than anything else. And so again, if you want that brainchild to come to light, if you want to learn how to do pre-orders so that you can license or launch your idea, ProductMentor.com. You know where to find us. We're here waiting, and we would love to help. So we'll see y'all soon.
Thanks, Mike.